Alright. Well, it's time to do the Smackdown review. Just finished watching Smackdown, and it was a pretty wild show. Um, there's apparently some things that were unscripted that actually made the show relatively good. Um, so Randy Orton opened up the show, and yeah, he said Cody's line, "What do you want to talk about?" And then somebody else's line, I think. Orton said it's no secret that this is his hometown, and he was raised here as a young man, and he still calls St. Louis home. Randy Orton said that the next time you see him in this arena, he'll be the 15-time world champion. I just remembered something here. There we go. 15-time world champion. And Orton said he's not doing this for each. So he's doing it for himself. He's not doing it for this, for each and every one of you. He said he's doing it for himself, his family, and his real home. Orton said he's going to win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Orton said Cody Rhodes is going home from WrestleMania empty freaking handed. Orton said that Cody gave him the green light. And he says not personal. Orton said that Cody said that Orton could listen to the voices. That you cannot beat Randy Orton because Cody's not a killer. Orton said what you've woken inside of him, there's no putting back to bed. It was a really good promo by Randy. It's probably one of his best promos in a long time. And then Cody Rhodes comes out walking, wearing a suit. The fans pop for his song. And then Cody worked over Orton with punches. And the fans were booing while Cody was in dress clothes. Pat McAfee walked in the ring in the RKO shirt, and Pat kicked Cody in the groin. The announcers were yelling about what McAfee was doing. And Pat stomped on Cody a few times, and then Pat McAfee. And then Orton brought a steel chair in the ring and hit Cody in the ribs. And then Pat McAfee cut a promo, and boy did he cut a promo. And apparently this was unscripted. Pat said that the Rams left town, the Blues aren't going to make the playoffs, the Cardinals are ours, and Randy Orton said this isn't his home either. Pat said foreign. Adam Pearce asked Nick Aldis to shut up. Pat said he might be wondering why he is here and why he kicked Cody in the balls. Pat said he was doing a Q&A and he was asked when he will return to WWE. I remember that. And Pat said he thought that the business has passed by him. Pat said he thought this business was absolute crap. And the swear word wasn't muted. Pat talked about Orton telling him that the business has passed. Some fans by who loved the Attitude Era and chanted what and said if you smell while Pat McAfee spoke. Orton kept on beating up Cody with a chair. Pat complained about 5'5" guys having 15-minute matches while Randy Orton is around. That happens. Pat complained about other people soiling themselves while Randy Orton is around. Pat mentioned Smackdown having the lowest attend audience of all time. And they have a champion that people hate. Pat mentioned WrestleMania tickets being available even though Randy Orton is involved. Orton kicked Rhodes in the ribs. Pat said that he was the one on the phone telling Orton he needed to kill everything. Pat said that the business Cody is leading is terrible and Orton's going to save the effing business. The fans cheered and chanted Randy for Orton. Pat stomped on Cody. Orton put the title on Cody's waist and said something to him that we couldn't hear. Yeah, I don't know. From what I read, this is like a TKO led thing and had nothing to do with WWE creative. But it could also just be a ploy to like push WrestleMania. Either way, it kind of made good TV. I mean, this was edgy. Edgy and unplanned, which what the attitude era was pretty much was. I mean, AEW's edgy, but like competition is great, like I said, and so. Yeah. So, yeah. My top 5 tomorrow is going to be an interesting one because, yeah. Pat McAfee and Randy Orton were showing outside the building. Orton thanked Pat for calling him. But I mean, of all the guys that they chose Pat McAfee, who was a lovable commentator. Who I don't even know if he's going to be even back full time, so I don't know where this is going to lead him down the road. But I mean, I guess it's better than Travis Scott, and so, but yeah. And then it kicked off with Rhea Ripley and Michin. This was a decent match. Rhea Ripley won by submission. It went 10 minutes. Michin was given plenty of offense and looked competitive. That reverse Rana was a good spot, and Michin hit a finish after for a 2 count. And after the match, B-Fab attacked Ripley from behind, but Ripley hit a headbutt to knock B-Fab down. B-Fab stared at Jade, who was on the apron, and Michin chop blocked Ripley to knock her down. Jade hit a backhand to knock Ripley down. Jade went for Jaded, but Io Sky arrived and saved Ripley. So it was the first time Ripley was saved after 2 weeks in a row of getting beaten up. Jade bailed while Ripley and Io cleared the ring of B-Fab and Michin. So maybe Io Sky realized that she wasn't bound to just Raw. She can come to Smackdown and save her buddy. And Aleister Black and Selena approached Matt Cardona. Black said that Orton didn't change. Black said he went back to being Orton. And Matt Cardona said he's not going to talk about this. And Cardona said that he'll talk to Nick Aldis so they can fight tonight. Black said that Cardona made some bad decisions. Solo spoke to the MFT saying he needed somebody to take care of this Uncle Howdy problem. Tama Tonga asked why they are fighting for that lantern. Tama said that the lantern has been a problem for all of them, especially Solo. Solo told Tama to handle this and he'll go out there alone. Solo told Tama not to mess this up. And then Ripley was talking to Io backstage and thanking Sky for her help. Kathy Kelly showed up for an interview. Ripley said that Jade Cargill didn't think she had a backup plan. Ripley said that Jade has followers and Ripley has friends. And Sky said best friends. Sky said she'll always have Ripley's back, and she'll have Sky's back, and Ripley said she'll walk out of WrestleMania as the WWE Women's Champion. So it was Uncle Howley versus Tama Tonga. This match went 8 minutes. It was a match where Solo was on offense for about 80% of the match. And then Uncle Howdy hit his finisher to win. The crowd was bored by this. I think the crowd's bored by the whole feud. This feud's been going on forever. And like they said earlier, they're fighting over a lantern. After the match, Solo was in the ring talking to Thomas, saying he was trying to help him. Thomas said, "You don't need this, and it's been nothing but problems." Tama put the lantern on the apron. Howdy grabbed the lantern, and Tama stopped Solo from going after it. And I wonder if this is going to end their feud. I mean, yeah, it hasn't really been working for either. I don't think it got any team over in the end. And this feud has been kind of boring. It's gone on way too long. And then The Miz and Kit Wilson were backstage talking, and Wilson spoke about how they were cursed. Miz said there's no curse. R-Truth had the WWE Tag Team titles on his shoulders and said something about a new Judgment Day, saying that they are full of applications. And Miz said that the Truth doesn't take things seriously, but things go his way. Miz challenged Truth to take things seriously, so Truth said Miz was challenging him for the WWE Tag Team titles and said he never met Kit Wilson. So Truth said he accepted the open challenge, and there'll be a title match tonight. And Wilson and Miz were happy that they got a title match without doing anything. And then Jacob Fatu was featured in a video package, and it was a great video package. Jacob Fatu is going to be a star if booked properly. That's the key word. Fatu talked about his unsanctioned match with Drew. Fatu said he went from the streets to jail and then from the independent to WWE. Fatu said it comes down to survival. Fatu said that every day he was locked up brought him right here to this very moment. Fatu said in his match that there are no rules and no one to stop him, no one to break it up, and no one there to tell him so Fatu, no one there to stop him, no one there to break him up, and nobody's there to tell him what he can't do. Fatu said at WrestleMania, Drew is in his will, so let's see if he can make it out. And then Sami Zayn spoke to Smackdown GM about going out to talk to the crowd. Aldis credited Zayn for making a spot for himself. Trick Williams made his entrance in his white fur coat. Trick said that the truth is he came out here tonight to celebrate his first match at WrestleMania. Trick said that since they're bringing out the stars like Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee, then it's only right for him to bring out his boy, Little Yachty. Yachty said that Trick was a legend in the making. Trick said that they go way back. Trick called Sami Zayn Gingerbread Man and kept on saying ginger with other items. Trick went on the apron and told him to hit Sami's pyro because Trick runs Smackdown, and that led to Zayn's entrance. Zayn said that Trick is getting ahead of himself. Zayn said that Trick has his music. has the music, the pageantry, and the rap artist. Zayn said that the pageantry had never been his thing. Zayn said his thing is what he does in the ring. The fans booed. Zayn said there will be about 500,000 seats pointed at the ring, and Trick will learn that the fur coats and rap music won't matter because Trick will be in the ring with one of the best to ever do it. Okay. Zayn said at WrestleMania that he's going to be humble. He's going to humble Trick's us, and then Trick said he thinks Ginger Snap is pretty upset. Trick said that the only reason Zayn got the US title is because of Trick. Trick said that that's the only reason you're going to WrestleMania is because of Trick. Carmelo Hayes made his entrance. Yeah. Melo said he got history a mile long with Trick and he'll get his receipt. Melo said that the way Zayn did that last week didn't sit right with him or anybody else, and Melo said he carried Smackdown on his back and the US title on his back. I mean, he lost to Sami Zayn, so it's kind of his fault, but Melo said that you think Zayn is just going to defend the title at WrestleMania. Melo said that the fans don't want Sami Zayn because we want Melo, and that led to cheers from the fans. And some of them chanted, "We want Melo." And then Zayn told Melo he thinks the world of Melo, and he agrees that Melo carried SmackDown for 9 or 10 weeks. Zayn said that Melo did deserve this, but Zayn said that Melo has an open challenge with Zayn beat him, and now he's going to WrestleMania. Zayn said he can give Melo a rematch on the other hand. On the other side of WrestleMania, Trick wanted ginger ale. Zayn to give Melo a chance. Zayn said that Trick has a point. Zayn said if Trick doesn't get involved, that would have Zayn beaten. And yeah, it took a while to get there, but... And yeah, if you weren't a regular viewer, you'd probably think that Zayn was the heel and Trick was the face. The fans absolutely love Trick Williams. And yeah. And yeah, they could do a double turn here. Because Trick is that over. And then Solo was backstage with MFT. Solo wasn't happy about Tama taking the lantern. Tama said, let's go back to business, taking over Smackdown and talking about the titles. Solo said they need to finish the Wyatts and then go after the titles. Solo asked if they are good, and Tama said they are good. So I guess I'm not entirely done with the Wyatts. And then they said they're going to go back after gold. So, the next match. Matt Cardona versus Aleister Black. The effort was there, but there was just a story with Matt selling the left arm injury. The audience didn't really seem to care that much. Yeah, well, I mean, Matt Cardona hasn't been treated like a star in WWE, so... So Aleister Black won this match. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this computer here. I need to disable some updates here. As soon as I updated this computer, the computer started to mess up. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria interviewed by Kathy Kelly. Bayley said that tonight Charlotte and Alexa will get a taste of what they can do at WrestleMania. Lyra said that at WrestleMania it's about the friendship and even gold. Lyra said about making up for what happened to Bayley last year, making everything they've been through in the past year. And I guess a commercial aired for the new Shawn Michaels DVD documentary coming out. And R-Truth was backstage with Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. Candice said that Gargano was going to win the NXT North American title. Gargano said that Johnny Wrestling is back. Gargano said that the best is yet to come. Damian Priest approached Truth, but why he gave a WWE tag team match to The Miz and Kit. Truth said they are cursed, so it should be easy. Truth was confused about Danhausen as priest, trying to figure out what he was talking about. And then Drew McIntyre appeared in a video package saying that Jacob is still a criminal and said that Fatu was still dirty. Talks about his family making his life hell. Says he'll prove that Fatu is guilty as charged and he'll show the whole world what Fatu is. So the next match was Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Is probably one of the best matches of the night. A solid tag team match between two talented tag teams since they are both babyface teams. No surprise. And then Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss won. And then after the match, Lash Legend and Nia Jax both attacked both teams. Lash held Bayley around her waist and Jax jumped off the middle turnbuckle with a leg drop. Lash and Jax posed with their titles. So, yeah, and then The Miz and Kit Wilson, we talked about that match. The Miz said they aren't cursed because they got a WWE title match. Danhausen appeared for some comedy and the fans cheered. Danhausen had some human teeth in a jar. Kit said that the Danhausen is toxic. Danhausen said he can uncurse them. And they could win the tag team titles. Miz told Danhausen to stay away. And then they showed rapper Sexy Red at ringside. She's hosting NXT Stand and Deliver also. So this match wasn't really much of a match. It wasn't long match. It wasn't that long of a match, but Danhausen wasn't good. Danhausen got involved. He cursed the referee because Miz put the referee in front of him. Miz trying to move on Danhausen, but the lights went off, and when it came back, Danhausen was gone, and Miz, in truth, hit an attitude adjustment on Kit. And then Miz hit the skull-crushing finale on Truth for 2 because referee Dan Engler's right arm was injured due to being cursed. Miz was freaking out about that. Priest tagged in the South Half of Heaven. The referee counted with his left hand for the 3 count. So Damian Priest and R-Truth retained their titles. And then Cody Rhodes did a promo, and apparently this was unplanned. Apparently WWE creative just told him to go out there and just speak his mind. So Cody Rhodes said he got dressed up to find out who Randy Orton was talking to on the phone. Cody said it was surprised that it was Pat McAfee. Cody trashed Pat, saying instead of Hulk Hogan joining the NWO, that's like getting the Disco Inferno. Cody called Pat a grifter and Logan Paul without muscles. Cody said that Pat and everyone who represents him, he knows who he's talking to, can kiss his arse. Cody said that what are you going to do, fire me? It sure worked out the last time. And Cody said that's what Randy Orton was once for his legacy. Cody said that when John Cena was the angel on his shoulder, Randy Orton was the devil. Cody said he doesn't know if he can be a bad guy anymore because he got 2 kids and his dream job in front of this audience. And Cody said that Pat is taking all these sites that only exist because WWE is hot right now. And Cody said that the last 4 WrestleManias were records and he was wrestling Roman, Cena, and The Rock. But make no mistake about it, those shows broke records because they were wrestling him. If WWE did TV like this every week, they'd do so much better. Just saying. AEW is kind of edgy, but they can get edgier with competition. Just saying. And Cody said there were 20 years of history between the 2 of them. And the very best to do it. Cody said he is finally hearing the voices in his head, but you don't have to hear what they have to say. So yeah, Cody Rhodes, probably one of his best promos that he did in WWE, because all of his promos have been generic. This is like his AEW promos. that he used to do that were actually really good. And yeah. And then the United States Championship, Sami Zayn and Kamala Hayes. This went 12 minutes with Sami Zayn getting the win. That kind of finish was the way the referee checked on Hayes against the turnbuckle, and Zayn hit the haluva kick while the referee was checking on him. So it looks like Sami Zayn might actually turn heel. Zayn is embracing the booze and being a heelish because he hit the haluva kick on Mello when Mello was getting checked on by the referee. So, yeah. And then after the match, Trick Williams and Little Yachty walked in to the ring with Sami Zayn. Yachty congratulated Zayn, saying it's Trick Williams against the Gingerbread Band, and yeah. So not a bad show to SmackDown. I think the best I would have to say was the Pat McAfee and Cody Rhodes stuff, because if that was true about it being unscripted, it was good. Yeah, I kind of don't like the scripted promos as much. I think they should just let loose a little bit. The bad was the Uncle Howdy and Tama Tonga match. And let's see if there's an ugly here. And ugly, I'm sure there's something I can do. Yeah, I guess that'll be it. Good, the good and the bad. There wasn't really anything too horrible in this show. Yeah, so that was Smackdown. Like I said, this is Tamols is my top 5 video, and it's gonna be a lot to choose from this week. So yeah, this is the first week I actually have to choose. I actually have a list of stuff. So, but until then, I hope you enjoy my Smackdown review. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on social media. Follow me on YouTube, Twitch, and I also started TikTok now. I seem to be getting a lot of engagement over there. So, but until then, I will see you in the next video. Might do Borderlands later, so I might work on that later. Yeah, until then, I will see you then.